Hello and welcome back to Vox Terra. The show's purpose it is to get us to focus our politics on the long-term survival of the species. Last show, my main thesis was that Bernie's campaign message is fantastic. His main campaign message, remember I don't agree with everything liberal, his main campaign message is fantastic and helpful for climate change activists and others, win or lose, because he's got that campaign message of always tying back climate change to the power of the fossil fuel industry, this multi-billion-dollar industry. Okay, it's one of the richest industries on the planet. And their decades of denial and their power in government, politics, especially that Republican Party, I'm adding that part. And that's the best way to talk about climate change. You gotta bring that in. If you leave it out, you're wide open to conspiracy mongers. So today, we're hearing a lot of pushback. I want to address the pushback against Bernie and that he's not electable and he's not moderate, okay? We talked about that a little bit last time. Well, look, again, how are we defining moderate? I saw the latest Sunrise Movement's video. Sunrise Movement, isn't that a beautiful name? Sunrise is a youth climate activist organization. And they had a video featuring Mayor Pete and his Wine Cave fundraiser hosted by a billionaire, quote, oil and gas investor, saying, in Sunrise's opinion, Mayor Pete, you broke your no fossil fuel pledge. Amy, another supposed moderate, the Daily Beast, I don't know if we call that a leftist magazine, but the Daily Beast had an article about her getting money from agribusiness giant Cargill. Joe Biden, we've heard his name dragged through the mud during these impeachment hearings regarding his son, Hunter Biden, and his connection to this fossil fuel company in Eastern Europe, Burisma. Again, fossil fuel connection, big business connection. So you know what's going to happen if you pick one of these so-called moderates. Well, your Republican friends or your even your conspiracy thinking sort of Trump friends are going to hit you with these facts that these candidates are part of the big corporate establishment too. And now you're going to have to counter that yourself. What they're probably going to campaign on are more of these culture class issues, which aren't exactly my issue. And if you think that they're going to be painted as moderates, they're not. They're going to be called far left liberals, the same as Bernie would. Only they're not going to be campaigning on that issue that would cut through to people. People say Bernie is asking for too much. I heard Amy say that. Bernie, you're not going to get this through. Right? Well, that's called bargaining. That's what Trump talks about. So Bernie, aim for 100% renewable energy and maybe settle for like 80. Well, if you go in there something tepid and weak, what are we going to get? Aim for college for everyone, maybe get affordable college. Aim for everyone covered by Medicare for all, and maybe you'll wind up with that Medicare for all is an option. But if you walk in that bargaining table asking for something really little, you're going to get even less. Also, I don't even agree those stands are more moderate because, for instance, in Pete and Amy and others criticizing Bernie's college for everyone, they like to say, I'm not going to pay college for some rich kid. Why should the taxpayers pay college for some rich kid? Well, here's why. Because if we all pay in and we all get out, it feels fair to people. If we all pay in and some people get out, it doesn't feel fair to people. And those programs get attacked. So I would argue that Bernie's universal college, universal health care is actually less controversial and actually more moderate because everyone's getting from it. You know the definition of snowflake? They like to say snowflake. It's someone who, when they come under attack, they just melt away. They just melt away. Well, it isn't. If you like Bernie Sanders and you think, oh, I've got to go with someone more appealing to, my Republican friends, then isn't that kind of like a snowflake? Like you're saying, oh, well, here, I like Bernie, but I know you're not going to like him, so let me give you something more palatable. Isn't that really weak sounding? And I don't think it's true. Maybe it's true with the Republicans The ones I know, it isn't. Okay, the ones I know, I work a lot with people in the blue-collar fields. Okay, exterminators, plumbers, electricians, carpenters, general handymen. And I can tell you from being out there in that world where I see a lot of Trump stickers, there's some respect for Bernie that I don't see for other Democrats. I also have an affinity for evangelicals, Catholics, any religious. See, when I look at religious people, I see someone who has an identity that's a counterbalance to the commercial culture. I don't see them as opposed to me. So I have an affinity for them. And when I talk to them about the issues that Bernie talks about regarding this wealth and power in society, they tend to get that. Well, I don't think they're going to get the other Democrats, these so-called moderates. Now, maybe there are some of these moderate Republican voters who anybody but Bernie is going to appeal to. I just don't know. I don't see it. Remember, Democratic primary voters chose John Kerry over Howard Dean, who was more the Bernie of the time. Where did that get him? Democratic primary voters chose Hillary Clinton over Bernie Sanders in 2016, and Bernie Sanders was the Bernie Sanders of 2016, and he's the Bernie Sanders of 2020. Little kind of fun idea there. So I don't know that it would work. Okay, I don't know that it'll work. You're going to really upset Bernie Sanders supporters. And, like I cited Sunrise Movement, the Daily Beast. I mean, there's a lot of media out there on the actual left that's not going to be happy with a different pick. I hope this video helped. If it did, please share it. Please subscribe. Please click that notification bell so you know when I'm putting up a video. Please offer, if you want to criticize, please offer constructive, sincere criticism. I'm not happy with, someone talking in all caps or insults, profanity. I'm a fairly wholesome person. It's not helpful and you're generally wrong anyway. I love supportive comments. You're welcome for those. And some intelligent, thoughtful disagreements, fantastic. These videos are very time consuming, believe it or not. So if and when the day comes that I set up a donation section, please consider donating to this channel to keep it here, make it stronger. And until next time, peace be with you.